All right, man, this is one of my favorites. You know why? Because I talk to people all the time. Like yesterday, I ended up putting something out yesterday on my Facebook wall. And I was like, hey, all the real estate investors, what do you feel like the number one challenge that you face as an investor is right now? And I'll be honest, man, I thought it was going to be like marketing or raising money. Like I hear that shit too, right? We all go through that. We're all looking for more deals. We're all looking for more money. That's the part of our business that's what we do. That's our thing. But I was surprised that someone actually responded, which is some of the stuff that I usually hear from guys that used to come to me from Champion, was that they're alone, right? So when I thought about that, and I looked at it from a perspective like, hey, look, most rich and successful real estate investors have teams. So like we said, sports analogies. When we looked at football, right? Football, we talked about the strong basics that you needed to even be in the league, to even be on the field, man. Imagine being on the field without actually knowing that there's strong basics for you to even play the game and be on a team in the league. Key, team. You gotta build a team. So prime example, let's use, and I don't watch a lot of football outside of my kids' football games, but there's a coach. He has a quarterback. The quarterback is seen as somewhat as a leader on offense, and then there's other people on offense that are leaders, and then you have your defense guys, and then you have your leaders on defense, things like that. But they're all a part of one team. They're all there to move that ball down the field or to stop someone else from moving that ball down the field on the other side, regardless of whatever. No one has won anything in the NFL or even much less made it getting into the league as a single player. Single individual person and he's his standalone be-all team doesn't freaking exist. So why is it that people that get into the real estate investing business as apartment building owners believe that at some point they're going to be able to be successful and create wealth and be rich and succeed in this game alone? You ain't. Let me tell you. The alone game sucks. Say it with me. The alone game sucks. Rich and successful real estate investors, guys who buy properties and run a business and actually build wealth, create millions of dollars inside of it, run it with a team. So you may be asking, so Vic, how do I build a team if I don't have a ton of money to pay people? Got it. That was a big one. Because that's my problem too. First, let's be real. Drop my lid. You aren't going to always have, one of your biggest challenges is always going to be managing people. Managing people to do the shit that you expect for them to do the way that you would do it. And let's be clear, that's not their business. They will not run and manage your business the way you would do it because they work on your team, so they are not there to manage your business the way you would. They are there because they are great, or at least good at best, at what they do. So it frees you up to continue to grow the business. It's your responsibility to manage your team and make sure that they understand why they're there. How do you do that? One, right? You need a clear mission, right? And you can have a clear mission, and you also need two, clear purpose. Purpose. Right, good. You need a clear mission, clear purpose. Like our mission as it relates to my investment company, which is U.S. Commercial Assets, right? U.S. Commercial Assets, LLC. We're clear on what we do. Better communities, better homes, better lives. That's our mission. So we ask that question. I ask myself that question right now because I don't have a huge team. So like when Sharon and I sit down and we talk, she's our agent, I'm one of the buyers, and we have a couple different people that we reach out to as well as our brokers. One clear question. Can I make this a better community? Like if it's a shopping center, if it's a apartment building, whatever that is, can we make this a better community? Can we provide better homes for people? If we take down houses, homes or something like that, or if it's an apartment building that we're renovating and we're trying to make it nice, the mission behind this, can we make better homes for people? Will this work? Can we have them feel like their lives are better because we're involved as it relates as a company? That's a question. That's a mission. People can get behind that. If you work for a company that you believe in, right? And we've all worked for shit we didn't believe in because we just wanted a paycheck. We've all sold something because it was going to pay us. But if you're going to hire people that you can't pay what you believe they're worth, then you have to sell them on a clear mission. And you got to have a purpose for what you do. What's my purpose? I believe, because I know as a kid, we lived in a lot of crazy ass places. My mom worked her butt off and we found some nice houses and then we didn't. As I got into this business, I rented places when I didn't have any money. They weren't the nicest places. I know what it feels like to wake up in the morning and rats and roaches and all this other shit everywhere. Or I know what it feels like for a mom, a single mom, to be able to move into a place with her kids. She's on Section 8 or whatever, or not on Section 8. She works a job. I don't want people to be embarrassed about where they live if I own it. That's a purpose. That's clear. I'm clear on that. So when I tell people, dude, I don't want this to look like shit, because my people will live in this thing. This is a representation of me, of my family, what we leave, a legacy that we're looking to build, and all the people who work with me. Are you not going to be proud of what we do? Because if you're not going to be proud of what we do and how we do it, do not work for me. Just go someplace else. You may be a perfect fit for somebody else's team where you're just looking to collect the paycheck. That's not who I want. Right? I'm clear on that. I don't mind sharing that with anybody. So my purpose is to make sure I provide something that I can be proud of, I build a legacy for the people that grow up in my places, in the houses that we provide for people, in the buildings that we provide for people, for those kids to grow up and be proud and say, hey, you know what? This is a turning point. My family lived here. I grew up and I became successful. Whatever it is they did in their life. I don't want them to drive by some shithole and be like, dude, we used to live there. It looked like shit. Still looks like shit. That's not what I want. You got to be that passionate about what your purpose is, right? Sell the purpose to people. That's the distinction between building a strong team who's going to help you get rich, build success, have a great business, and to be able to own properties and to build this business the way you want. Or you are stuck playing the alone game because you can't afford people and you can't motivate people or lead people to get to the end, right? That starts with one, a clear mission. What is the mission? For us, better communities, better homes, better lives. That's a mission. What is yours? What is the mission for the business that you're running as it relates to you buying apartment buildings and running them as a business? And now we're talking about building a team. You can't sell your team on you getting rich off of their backs. Sounds good, ain't gonna happen, right? So like when we take a look at what we said, football. Tom Brady is the team captain. He's a quarterback. He has to sell, one, the mission. Dude, we're winning the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit what happens. Why? It is our purpose. We are setting the tone for what it looks like for our kids, our families. We have the whole city on our backs. The world's watching us. Like, they do it for that. It's their fans, right? So when you look at it from that perspective, how do you build a star-studded team, put an awesome freaking team around you? It is your job to be successful in this business and to be a rich and successful real estate investor, or you will be a broke one if you continue to play the alone game. And how do you build a strong team so you don't have to play the alone game? First, you have a clearly defined mission that they can get behind, that you believe in, that you can sell your drive, your purpose, the thing for you. Next, a clearly defined purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you guys even exist? Who gives a shit? Why would they want to work for you? Will they be proud? Will their kids be proud? Will their wives be proud? Will they work extra hours for you? Will they work those long things? Here's the other way. 3, give them some of the action. So let's say you have a business and you have people working for you. You pay them whatever it is you pay them. And let's say at the end of the year, you give them a bonus. What's wrong with that? Shit, that makes it up. If you had a great year and they were your team, they let you focus on marketing and doing deals and going off and structuring deals, putting those things together. You hand off the administration to your admin team. You hand off your project management to your project management team. You all sit in the middle, and while you're running and gunning and waging war out there in the world, in the marketplace, building wealth and creating riches and success for you and your family, you turn around and you give them some of the action. You can give them some of the action in a couple of different ways. I would only share with them the upside. Right? So let's say, for example, you made some profit. You can give them some profit, right? Based on that. It's to your discretion, but there's a way to do it. So, like we said, build a freaking team. Tom Brady, naturally, if they get a bonus for winning, they get all this other stuff, I'm sure the league gives the teams that won a part of the action, right? They get this, they get all the different upside. I don't know for sure. I'm just imagining if you're on a team, you're the best in the world at what you do. And when the overall league gets a bonus, somebody gets a bonus check. I'd want one, right? So how do you do this? How do you build a freaking awesome team around you? You actually sit people down and you talk to them about what you're doing and why you're doing it. What you believe in and why you believe that it's important for you, for them, and the people that you guys help out there in the world. You're providing better quality lives for people. Right? If it's a shopping center and you look at this neighborhood shopping center, it's going to shit, vacancies all over the place, people graffitiing stuff, and you can go in and take this building down, redevelop it, bring it up, make it more modern, have it more community driven where people can go there, where kids are safe, families are safe, they can go, they can shop, they can spend time. You got new businesses coming in, it's providing more jobs. Why not tell people this is why you're doing, this is what we're about? Because when you know what you're about and you can speak it clearly to them, like I said, better communities, better homes, better lives. What's our purpose? Dude, we want to make sure that people have the best of what they can have as it relates to the things that we're doing in this world, so we can leave a legacy for our family and for theirs. So we can make this world a better place. That's what our business is about. That's what US Commercial is about. And that's what we're doing. And then, hey, who knows? Don't know how things are going to go. But as we do the things that were required, all your heavy lifting will not fall on deaf ears at the end of the year, because my goal is always to give you guys bonuses. So when we do well as a team, you guys do better. Because my goal is to make sure that I have a winning team and we stay together. The goal isn't to just have people and run them into the ground and pay them their paycheck and here you go, here's your minimum wage crap, boom, and you didn't do enough. No, man, it's to build people so they want to be there, so they feel inspired by who you are, and you're a great leader, so you can actually cultivate them so they can become great leaders too. That's our job. So if you are stuck playing the alone game, I can tell you it's a couple different things. You're negative and no one wants to freaking be around you. And you're broke. You'll always be broke because no one will ever want to be around you enough to help you build anything substantial so whereas you can be successful and rich in your game. Or you're a bad leader. So maybe you're a negative and you're also a bad leader and no one wants to be around somebody who's negative. Let's be real. I'm not all things are positive. I get it. I get negative sometimes too. But I recognize the difference. And there's a distinction between someone who's negative. It's just easier to work with people who are just more positive, who can see the good in certain situations and figure it all out, rather than someone who's always negative, whose sky's always falling and, oh, I did this and the market's shitty and we won't be able to do anything. Like, dude, at some point you're like, bro, like what, why are we talking? Like, it's fucking draining, like, to talk to you. So maybe that's why you're alone. Maybe so much bad shit happens to you because you seek so much bad shit that you can't help but see it and no one wants to be around that. Or you're a shitty leader. You don't know how to identify with people. You are a bot. You turn into a total dolt every time you have to deal with somebody, rather than be a personality. Whether you can laugh, you can get excited, you can raise all the way up or come all the way down. Like people don't always like me because they say I'm too intense and I cuss too much and I swear too much and I want to get shit done. And people are like, dude, that just means you're not on my team. I'm not a good leader for you. Go find somebody else who's soft and who's going to say whatever makes you feel good and rub your back when shit's, when you're just kind of calling over and stuff. And I'm like, dude, let's just get action. Let's make this thing happen. Nothing makes problems go away better than success, right? So be a good leader. So what do we get out of this specific training, message, video, whatever? Build an awesome team around you. Build an awesome team about people who can actually get the job done. Find people who are great at what you hate doing, or at least they're really good at what you hate doing, and get them there. Don't put so much pressure on them because they're not you. Allow them to be the best them they can and learn how to identify and lead people and get the best out of them so you can build a badass team that helps you build the level of rich and success that you want. Because like we said, this is about you creating wealth and success in your real estate investing business as an apartment building owner or whatever the case may be. And your goal is to create a team. Rich and successful people create teams. Broke ones play the alone game. And I can tell you, no one wins the alone game. And God forbid if you win the alone game, who else is going to freaking see it? No one. You're there by yourself. So this is a focus. So write down what a clear mission is for you. Then write down what a clear purpose would be for you. Why are you doing what you're doing? So this is what you do, right? This is what we do. This is why we do it. This is my purpose. It doesn't have to be grand. And then make a difference. Make a difference in somebody else's life. If you bring them on a team, say, hey, I can't pay you what I know you're worth, but I value you so much, man. Here's the deal. If we do good at the end of the year, I'll always have a bonus for you guys. It could be a Christmas bonus. It could be an end of year bonus. It could be a quarterly bonus, whatever the case may be, when you succeed, right? But make sure that you take care of your people. And I promise you, they will take care of you when you build an awesome team around you. You can do your job and they can do theirs. And man, your whole world will freaking change. But that's how rich and successful people play this game. That's $1 million secret. It's a principle. If you will just play this principle, you will win. I promise you. All right?